How does a man face a mirror after becoming a monster? He doesn't. Zahhak's mind held nothing but pain. It darkened, infected. In sudden storms of pain, he drew his sword and hacked at the serpents. Once, twice, again. They rose instantly, ripping his flesh wider. The greatest healers were summoned and left with lowered eyes. Then it returned. He asked to examine the king. So suspicious, Zahhak agreed. The doors were closed, and the palace grew quiet. The verdict was simple. Not so far away, the mountains were an hour of the storm gathering. A wide land, youthful, bright, towing with destiny, Iran. Under the great Jamshid, life had flourished, kingdom into empire, order into brilliance. But brilliance breeds pride. Advice was dismissed, voices were silenced. A crack formed in the wall. Loyalty loosened its grip. The wealthy, the priests, the warriors, the commoners, one by one, they stepped back. farr abandoned him. Without divine glory, a Shah is only a man, and a man can fall. He had 2 daughters, innocent, very young, jewels of the realm, but not the rulers it needed. So the nobles made a fateful choice. They went after the foreign leader. A broad-shouldered foreign king, well-spoken, welcoming. They liked him, and they offered him their homeland, like offering a daughter to a groom they believed they could tame, a puppet leader. The foreign army moved, behind the shield of the Iranian army. Shah Jamshid stood alone, surrounded by betrayal. He fled, carrying a single hope to return one day with a new army. But power doesn't like unfinished endings. Jamshid was found alone. His body was sawed in 2. Iran's destiny broke with him. Bring me his daughters, Zahhak ordered. The nobles decided it was time. The grieving princesses were informed. No voice, no choice. Iran needed a king. How can one remain silent in the face of death? One must be poisoned. He poisoned them. He poisoned everyone. The nobles had thought he'd be a puppet. He wasn't. They were. The people witnessed the land silently slid toward darkness, and sacrifices were taken from them. Night after night, the soldiers appeared. 2 young souls were taken. The youth never returned. Loved ones waited in vain. The nobles worried. They told him, "The domination has been asserted. Further horror is not needed." Silence. Silence could be achieved in different ways, but no one could figure the secret behind the doors. There were whispers. The youth are taken to the royal kitchen. Silence echoes the horror louder. The nobles inside became deaf. But outside the palace, the wise ones could no longer bear the wailing. Half is better than none. Half was poisoned, half was awake. The wise ones needed to act. 2 of them were brave enough to take the risk. They went to the palace, disguised as professional cooks. Examinations followed. They swore loyalty oaths, hiding their fear behind smiles. Guards led them to the imperial kitchen, and the first night in hell arrived. 2 young souls were dragged in, their bodies soaked in blood, half alive, half dead. The first was placed on the altar like a lamb. A butcher stepped forward, shattered his skull, then held the warm brain before the chefs. Make a meal. Days passed, and the rituals never changed. The cooks no longer recognized their own feelings: terror, sorrow, shame. They decided not to surrender. They sent the monster a humble message, carefully wrapped as advice. Great Master, 2 men are enough. Help is not needed. The staff know much. Zahhak took the hint. The kitchen staff gone. Next night, they helped one youth escape with hopeful eyes, then killed the other with shaking hands. They mixed the human brain with that of a lamb. Why is the portion smaller than usual? The lad only had half a brain. Laughing. Overnight, they turned from nobodies into gods to decide over human lives. 1 youth to live, 1 youth to die.